Okay, so it's been a while since I've uploaded. Sorry about that. I'm currently working on some videos about fixing a bunch of iPhone 5Cs. These are not working, and I'm currently working on them. But as tends to come with repair, I'm having some difficulties with them. Yes, this one is missing a camera. Spoilers. Yeah. So as a stopgap video, to let you guys know, I'm not dead. I decided to use some time and talk about my toolkit. This is something I carry in my backpack every day. I'm a high school student, and I carry this in my backpack every day. A lot of this stuff has come in a lot more handy than you'd think it would. So first I have my iFixit Minnow kit. This is an awesome little piece of kit. It's a $15 little screwdriver set. The $15 version comes with a plastic screwdriver with a SIM card removal tool in the cap. I just prefer the aluminum screwdriver, so I bought it for like 5 or 10 extra bucks. I have a bigger toolkit for my iFixit, but I never really use it as much because it's a lot bigger, and this has basically every bit I need. Am I sponsored by iFixit? No. But do I love their message and their company and their prices on awesome tools? Yeah, I do. So as a happy user, go buy iFixit stuff. So let's go in the bag here. This would usually be in the bag, but I'm using it right now. This is just a pen. What is it? Pen and something? Pen and gear. Yeah, pen plus gear, little Target bag or whatever. A family member of mine isn't using it anymore, so I just stole it from them. It's whatever. So first, spoilers. First I have a little USB keyboard. This is, again, it's one of those things where you don't need it very often, but the few times you do need it, it comes in very, very handy. Say you're at a library and, oh man, the keyboard and mouse at the library computer doesn't work. You have a little USB dongle in here, and you can, use your own keyboard. Or if you're, trying to fix some projector, right? Or a smart TV. A lot of smart TVs actually now support USB mouse and keyboard input. So if you don't have the remote to it, you can just navigate the menus with this, which is pretty cool. I also carry a universal remote in my backpack, but I'm not including that in here because that's kind of not as useful. I also have a battery pack. So this battery pack is just a 20-watt little doodad. It's a base US unit. I got it, I think, for 20 bucks on Amazon. It's a MagSafe pack, just because, again, that's what I had lying around. Are there better options for this? Yeah, sure. But this is a USB Type-C one. It holds quite a bit of power. I think it's 10,000 milliamp hours. 6,000 milliamp hours. But it's totally fine. It gets me through whatever I need to get it through, and that's saying a lot, because one of the things I'm powering with this is a soldering iron. This is a Pine Sol, so from Pine 64. They make a lot of cool stuff, but this is one of them. It's a little battery-operated soldering iron. It just uses USB-C PD, or you can use a DC power jack if you happen to have a laptop that uses that handy. Using this USB-C cable, this is just an Apple cable. Most Apple cables are actually way overrated. Overrated as in they're rated to do more than they can do more than what they're rated to do. So this, provides that 20 watts of power fine, even though most Apple devices I can charge over the USB-C only charge at 15 watts. This came with an iPad, and that iPad I'm pretty sure can only charge at 15 watts, but this cable can do 20. That's pretty cool. And it's a data cable too, so if I need to, plug in a controller or plug in whatever else using a USB-C cable, it'll do that. Another thing that this soldering iron is useful for, not just soldering, which, I have solder and wire in here as well, but a lot of my things are 3D printed. My wallet's 3D printed. I had a 3D printed phone case that I designed for a while. And when a 3D print breaks, you can just kind of melt it back together using the soldering iron. It does damage the tip, and it's not the best for it, but in a pinch, if you're depending on a 3D printed thing, and it breaks, it's a really nice thing to have handy. Then I have some wire, some guitar picks. So this is an iFixit pick. This is just a cheapo Amazon one. They both work fairly well. I mean, I just use a mix of them because I love these a lot more because they're bigger, easier to handle, they're stiffer. These are not as stiff, they're a lot more flexible, but they do the job. Then I have some leaded solder. This isn't best for the environment or my lungs, but I use it in an open air environment, and it's totally fine. As long as you're not like snorting it and all that, and you wash your hands after using it for extended periods of time, you're fine. I'm not liable if you get lung cancer, but, you know. And then I have a bunch of zip ties. So, zip ties are the engineer's favorite tool. Zip ties have come in handy very frequently, and not in this bag, but what I do usually carry around with me is a roll of electrical tape, because, I mean, tape is really useful, and I find electrical tape to be the most versatile. And then also a Swiss Army knife, so that just has like a scissors and a knife and everything on it, so I can cut and strip wire, or cut tape, or whatever else, because I am a weakling and cannot rip electrical tape without it just snapping and crumpling and being all gross and icky. But yeah, this is what I call the brokey bag, for when things are brokey. They unbrokey themselves after I use the bag. But yeah, again, sorry for not uploading in forever. I do have things in the works. One of them, I'm going to give you some more spoilers. One of them is this composition notebook. You might recognize by the hinge that this is not a composition notebook. So, we'll talk about this later. Whoa. Anyway, but, I have this, I have the iPhone 5Cs, I have an iPod that I'm gonna mod, so that's this guy here. So yeah, we're gonna have some cool content coming up, and I really hope you stick around for it. That's about it for now, but I really appreciate you sticking by and not unsubscribing, because you've probably just forgotten to unsubscribe because I have not existed for a while on the internet. But yeah, so thank you much, and have a great one.